Welcome to Gardening with Yodara. Today I will be sharing on how you can start a 4 meter by 5 meter backyard vegetable garden and be able to save about 553,000 Ugandan shillings in a space of 6 months. Did you know that an average Ugandan family of about 4 people or 5 spends an estimated amount of 804,000 shillings in 6 months? How about if I told you that you can only use about 251,000 Ugandan shillings to make a vegetable garden? And that vegetable garden can be able to supply you with vegetables daily if maintained well for a period of 6 months and more. And on top of that, you will be able to save and you will be able to eat healthy vegetables. Gardening itself comes with so many benefits, but today I will be talking about the finances and to make you understand the urgency of starting a vegetable garden at your backyard, balcony, or wherever you may be for your own health and also keeping your pocket safe, considering the fact that we are now in very hard economic times. I have tried to put the commonly consumed vegetables in families, which are the tomatoes. Leafy vegetables can be cabbage, sukuma wiki, amaranthus, etc. Then green pepper, onions, carrots. And I have broken down their costs at weekly, monthly, and then in 6 months. For the tomatoes, I costed it at about 2,000 shillings. Then you have about 4 medium-sized tomatoes. It could be more or less depending on where you buy it. Then for the leafy vegetables, that I want to put like a bunch that can be enough for a family. That one, each bunch about 5,000 shillings, and I'm assuming you'll buy it about 3 times in a week. Then for green pepper, you can buy one at 500 shillings. That's a medium sized one, and then you can cut it like in the middle using morning, lunch, and then evening, so you don't need a lot of that. Same as onions and then carrots, and then you can see their respective costs monthly and then in 6 months. I don't know if you had ever thought about it in a way that in 6 or monthly you spend 56,000 on tomatoes, and it is something that looks so minor when you look at it, but in the long run it takes a lot of money that you would save to buy other things or respond to other needs. Now let's see, this is now like an overview of how much you spend on vegetables weekly, monthly, and then in 6 months. Now this is a representation of a 4 by 5 meter vegetable plan. In this plan you can play around and put whichever kind of vegetable you would like to put. But here I've also chosen to put some of the common vegetables that are grown in Uganda. For instance, the sukuma wiki or kale, onions, green pepper, carrots, tomatoes, and then again kale, green pepper, Swiss chard, and some herbs. So in this I've tried to put the spacings whereby you can, for instance, sukuma wiki, when you plant it at a spacing of 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, in about 60 centimeters area you can have about 28 plants. Those are so many plants if you think about it, and it can be able to serve your vegetable needs like in a family. And here, since let me say in a family of 4, I've tried to put this vegetable plant to be able to cater for the family needs, that you can be able to get vegetables each and every day, but you can be able to put the vegetables that you love the most. For instance, you can also add some eggplants, but you just play around with the spacing, and you can find that in a 4 meter by 5 meter vegetable garden you have so many plants that you can be able to harvest from, and then you can even have some space for putting herbs. And I've tried to organize also these plants in a way that there is some control of disease. And when you see this area for the tomatoes, you can choose to also put amaranthus in between the tomato rows, or you can put onions. You just choose to do what you can be able to plant. But that's just a simple vegetable plan for a 4x5 meter vegetable garden that you can adopt, and then you see how it can best serve you. So these are some of the costs that you may need to incur in making the 4x5 meter vegetable garden come to life. I've put the basic items and their costs as you can see them there, but some other costs can come over time when you need, but this is just the basic that you need to start. Of course, you'll need a hoe, you'll need manure, you'll need a panga, vegetable seeds, and the labor to go through. And other costs can even be cut off because you will be doing it on your own, but if you're busy, you can hire someone to do it for you. And also, I've tried to break down how much seeds cost. You find that the seeds are really affordable. In a pack of 10 grams of kale, you can find several seeds there. And according to our vegetable plan, you only need you find that you'll just use a few seeds from the pack. So I've tried to put the cost could be more or less depending on where you buy them from. But looking at this in detail is really good because you get to save lots of money. Imagine spending 804,000 shillings on vegetables alone. That one, you haven't bought cooking oil, you haven't bought the real food. So why not save money where there is a possibility of saving? So I encourage all of us, wherever you are, it is possible to save money. It is possible to have a healthy food, because now you never know where that food is coming from. You never know how much pesticide has been put in it. But from your own premises, you can control what goes in the food that you eat. Thank you for watching Gardening with Theodora, and I look forward to sharing more wonderful videos and gardening experiences with you.